You can have all the aura, money, and lifestyle in the world, but if you give emotional access to the wrong woman, you can kiss it all goodbye. Now, footballer Jadon Sancho, yeah, I'm not as much of a football fan as I used to be, but Jadon Sancho is someone that I rate and respect a lot because he is a professional footballer who made it out of the end, South London. You know, as someone from South London myself, when you see someone make it out, it's very, very inspiring. And you know, Jadon Sancho is one of my favorite footballers, to be honest. But recently, he's been getting himself in some drama, and it's just a bit of a crash out moment, and it's sad to see things like this. Now, if you don't know what's really been happening here, you don't really need to know the ins and outs because it's all a bunch of bullshit. Yeah, to be honest with you. But if there's a lesson to be learned, it's don't die for Nyash. Like, don't just let women be the death of you. Because look, Jadon Sancho was going out with Sweetie. Okay, now Sweetie, who is Sweetie? Sweetie is just another one of them female thought rappers. She was going out with Quavo back in the day, and Jadon Sancho, actually, I think he had her name tatted on his face. I don't know if she had the same thing, but he had it tatted on her neck or something. He had her name tatted on his neck or something like that, yeah? He was emotionally invested with this woman. Now, basically, she has been getting into some drama herself with her ex-manager or something like that. And her ex-manager, I think it's her ex-manager, she basically said to Sweetie, she's been exposing her, saying that, you've been using Jadon Sancho to fund your lifestyle. So she's basically been using Jadon Sancho for his money. Now, I think there was one post. What did she say to him? She said, she said to the manager said to Sweetie something like, when women or when when girls run up on Jadon, how much they're doing in a weekend, yeah, and they were referring to him as the client. The client. Oh, this is such a fool from grace. But all this being said, this shouldn't affect Jadon Sancho in the long run because we can laugh at this little moment right now, yeah, but in the large scheme of things, however much money Jadon Sancho might have been given to Sweetie, bro, the guy's making back like 50 times whatever he's given her every single week. So it's really, for him, nothing to get like in your feelings about. But it is a bit of an aura damage moment because, bro, man's getting referred to as the client. Like, this is something as like man to man. You don't want to see someone that you rate be referred to as a client, and it just goes to show you that, like, behind closed doors, you never know what's happening. Like, you could look at someone and be like, "Yo, this guy's a footballer. All the aura, all the drip, everything. He's a cool ass guy." And then behind the scenes, he's like giving all of this bread to something. Now, again, when you're making so much bread, let's just say he was like funding her lifestyle or paying off her debts or whatever it was by giving her, let's just say 10k, 50k, whatever it may have been. Yeah, still, like, for him, it's really not that much because they're making so much money. But still, it's like, to get yourself played like that, I mean, that's why it's so important who you emotionally invest yourself with. Because when it comes to like a female rapper like that, yeah, like, bro, she's just some thought basically, in it. That's what she's known for. She's been known to be about in the industry, and you getting her name tatted on you, it's like, oh, come on, man, you can do better than that. Like, you should just, so many, like, man, I see a lot of the time, yeah, we can ignore red flags because we're just gassed because a girl can be leng. But like, you have to really, really be careful about who you emotionally invest yourself in, because otherwise you could end up like Jadon Sancho. And I'm not saying this is the worst thing in the world for him because it's really not that deep. The guy's living his best life. He's a professional footballer. He's doing sick things. This is just one little small stain, I guess. But it's not a, I think it's just it's a bit peak about who you can, what can happen if you get yourself wrapped up in like with the wrong people. But yeah, I've got rules in my videos on my main channel that I always talk about, and one of the rules that I have, I can't remember what number it is, but one of my rules is don't die for Nyash. Yeah, don't die for Nyash. And if you do things like this, it can just catch you lacking. Now, for anyone watching this, I mean, like, look, just always make sure that when it comes to females, this isn't me just saying like avoid females, yeah. Obviously, from a Muslim point of view, get married, do it the halal way, yeah. But this isn't me just saying, oh, all women stay away. It's just about being able to master like self control and not rubbing yourself out over women like this. Like, you can get yourself tricked out of your own position. That's what I used to hear bouncers say all the time. Yeah, don't get tricked out of your own position. Don't let something as like, when they say it's like lust over love. Like, don't let these things knock you out of your place. When you're so focused on a goal, just stick at it, okay? Because these things can, like, bro, you're just getting, you're on these blog pages getting talked about these trivial things. Like, it's so petty, and it's just damaging to see, and it's upsetting to see. But minor setbacks, major comebacks. You know what I mean? So, anyway, I just feel like a little yeah, just don't ever let yourself get called the client. That is so, the client. its peak. Don't be the client and don't die for Nash, please.